Well, hey Pisces, how about a reading from your metal dog? Today we're going to look at your transformation and we're going to ask what you've learned, what you need to learn, the gift that you bring going forward, what's hidden that the tarot wants you to know, and what the future may bring. So let's start out, first of all, with an overall card from the Good Tarot. Let's see what this may be about. My watch is telling me I should be moving. Okay. Woo. King of Fire. Leadership. Creativity. Your passion. This is a very alpha energy. I like the King of Fire and the Emperor, they're like leaders that make shit happen. And lots of fire here. Ooh, there's the Emperor, in fact. And you're having an important month again, Pisces? Right on. Okay. So, we see you here feeling abandoned outside. It's a Five of Earth. And when I look at this particular Five of Earth, it's like this beautiful person who's not being seen. They're kind of hard to see. Downcast eyes are sad. You can see there's a sadness in you. And it's a feeling, Five of Earth. It's a passageway. You can always realize that you have what you feel you lack in a Five of Earth. We also have, so let me get these in the correct order, a beautiful journey of action and communication. Eight of Fire, and it's funny because we have Mercury in retrograde at the moment here, but so communication can be kind of screwy, but there is a message coming your way, or you have a message or some action to take. It looks like on the table that you can see here, there's this one feeling left out, and then this one is coming with all this magic, like this light coming forward. Then there is something here about love. The Lover's card is what this is. This is that connection that's on all levels. It can be a decision too. So it may be that you have a choice to make, here noted by the two pillars. And the choice of the Lovers is really often that you're being offered like this super intense kind of love. It's like the person that you connect with on all levels, and a lot of people don't choose that. So the card means choice too. There's this, you have a real decisiveness here because it's coming up. Again, we get the Emperor. Remember I mentioned these are your alpha energies. Your Emperor has more to do with structural power as well. And then we see the World, an ending here. So there's two stories in this underlying energy. One is that it would appear that there is a sadness. Somebody, maybe you, maybe not you, is feeling abandoned, and then there's somebody else coming towards them unbeknownst to them. Because love is here, it feels like it's answering in that to a sense of a lack of love. And she's dreaming. It feels dreamy. And then I just see this Emperor energy coming to an end, and that seems like a much more of a collective, large-scale energy, but it could just be that, and there's a reader I love that reads these cards, Sand Tarot, and she often talks about how this lion is clothed and that there's something hidden here, like the Emperor's in his clothes. And yeah. So all of your armor is coming off. So if it fits into this story of like, I'm outside, a messenger comes with this magical Eight of Fire energy, and I take my armor off. I don't know. Lately I've been reading love stories, and I don't know what that's about. But in some area of your life where you're feeling left out, I see an invitation coming your way. Okay. And it's just you being, there's this King of Fire energy. Maybe it's somebody else. It's like an older person in this image. So if you identify as an elder, this may be a story that you've been living in for a very long while. Pisces, that you're alone. And then the cards say you're not, somebody's coming, or it means that this King of Fire is outside of you. Like if you don't relate to the King of Fire, you have like fire in your chart, or Leo somewhere in your chart. Could be a Leo, because there's two lions here. The Emperor, there's a Leonine energy, which is the energy of fire as well. And you're water, Pisces. So I'm not seeing any of that water energy in this underlying energy at all. Okay, so this is your transformation. It already has told us a story. Let's find out a little bit more. We're going to ask the cards, what have you already learned? You have already learned an Ace of Cups. This is that the divine offers you overflowing cup of love. You know this, or you know how to love yourself, or you've already seen this, who is offering this cup to you. You already know this, you've learned this, but you have yet to learn. You have yet to learn, the Hanged Man. You hang upside down until you see things from a new perspective. This is the stuck energy. It is, you just literally hang upside down until you see things in a new way. So you're going to have to learn how to do that. You're looking at love in a new way. You're looking at the Ace of Cups in a new way. Let's see. Because there's this Five of Earth, I'll point out, it reminded me of actually, so you can see that the Four Pentacles that this one is focusing on, there's actually one right there, perhaps for them, they don't see. And so that would be a change of perspective that the Hanged Man would give you. You're looking at what you don't have, and then you can look in the areas what you actually do have. And so fives can be a place where we need to change our minds. The gift you bring, the Hermit, some Virgo energy. The gift you bring, the Hermit, is very wise, and they go to their inner council. They're good at being alone. They're good at going to themselves. They're very grounded. As you can see, this one's very much like sitting like a little yogi with all of the wisdom spinning around behind her for them. This is your gift. So it's something about being able to go alone and know the truth that you have inside of you. Very often in your history that you reflect upon the journey that you've already taken, and then you're able to learn from that. So that's your gift that you bring to the situation. What is hidden that the tarot wants you to know? The Fool. Card of Aquarius. I also always think of Aries, which is the youngest sign in the tarot or in the zodiac. The Fool is the one that takes a leap of faith. It might look reckless to other people, but in fact, they just leap off anyway, and this is the beginning of a new journey. So the Ace of Cups here suggests a beginning. There's a kind of journey with the Eight of Fire, this showing up, this message coming to you, or this, it feels like there's some energy coming towards you, and it almost could be coming towards you in a dreamy way because of this Love card. She's sleeping on this, the third sign of a Leo here, of Leo-ness. So you don't know it. Perhaps it's coming to you in your dream. But it's the end of the Emperor somehow. And endings, the world, would be followed by the Fool, which is a new beginning. So you don't realize that there's a new beginning for you here. Obviously this is a narrative about transformation. So we're telling you a story about you've gone through something, we've all shed, we've all let go of a bunch of crap lately. And so now what's next is what this reading is about. It looks like a new journey. The future is the Magician. Very powerful. This is you able to manifest what you want in the world. And I see the energy here that you have. This is kind of cool. So you can see how the Hangman, here's that rainbow energy coming out from their head. And then swirling around this Hermit. But I can see that the Fool, this new beginning, this beginner, has in the future learned to really focus that energy, that wisdom, that power. So this could be like a long narrative or short. I'm not sure. Let's see. What's the story? What's underlying? You got the Devil last time, and you're getting them again. And the Lovers again. Okay. There's a bunch going on here. You're very deep, my Pisces friend. So there's the Moon, this year card. It's also a card about the inner depths. You were quite comfortable there, Pisces, in your emotional depths. There's the Devil. You got this last time. It is about addiction, codependence, the voice in your head that says you're not good enough, secrets, keeping secrets, Seven of Swords, the Thief in the Night card. That's much like the Devil energy. It's a very disempowering energy. But then you get the Lovers again, which is we've seen already. This is a more classic Lovers with two humans. Not dreaming, but connecting. And there's your Emperor again, the Emperor. There's a little bit here about the Emperor. You are the Emperor. Ending up out, like, it's almost like because of the Devil and the Thief in the Night, the Lovers makes the choice to leave the Emperor alone. So if you're the Emperor, or there's an Emperor in your life who's having trouble with honesty or addiction or codependence or something like that, there's a leaving alone of that person. And that this requires you to look deep into yourself to know this. A moon journey, it could be some kind of self-inventory process. But that's what's underlying here. It's very much in a different account from what we saw here, but the Emperor ends. There's an ending with the Emperor. I see that now. So it almost looks like there's a problem with this Five of Earth. It's an attitude of lack. It's a negativity. It's a negative attitude. And then there's this magical Eight of Fire energy. Because, like, this is such a wonderful message. Is it you bringing this message, or is somebody bringing this message to you? And maybe this Five of Earth, in this Five of Earth state, you or whoever you bring this message to, or they're bringing this to you and you're in a Five of Earth, isn't able to receive it. The overarching card here of the King of Fire. Look at that big heart, that enlightenment. I don't know, but the Emperor is getting left here. There's an ending with some kind of Emperor. It's a very alpha, dominant. It could be an Aries kind of energy. It could be in a workplace. It doesn't have to be a partnership, but there's some kind of something there. Or a Leo. Okay, well, let's clarify. What you have learned is an Ace of Cups. Let's see if we can find out more. It's getting dark in here. Seven of Swords. We have seen this card already. That's the not opening up, not telling the truth. Sins of omission. You're very secretive. You don't open up easily. Or somebody doesn't. It could be you or somebody else. Five of Swords saying, I'm done hurting myself. I'm done hurting other people. Another five, right? Because sometimes the Five of Swords is like, oh, I'm not ready to be done, but it's how I've been living, and I just see how it hurts me and others, and I have a lot of regret. And there's that cup. This is what you have learned. An open-hearted, light-hearted. Page of Cups is not heavy, it's not deep, it's young. It's just, I greet the day with my heart. I come forward with my heart. And this is what you have learned to do. And you've come from lying and self-harming. You've really changed, Pisces. So you have mastered this lesson of the cups. And it looks like this. You are appearing like this instead of like this. Secret in your cave with all your truths kept to yourself. It's not a big thing that the Page of Cups expresses, but so now you have more to learn, right? You need to change your perspective on something. Let's see what we can learn here. There's a real clear message underlying this about leaving behind that Seven of Swords life. And it seems like whoever this Emperor is, it's some kind of, it might not be a person, it could be like just the institutional power, structural power in some way. Okay, so here's your ending, the world again. And that's what we've seen already. I don't find this to be a particularly provocative image. I rarely spend much time on it, but in fact, I would have to say there's only one world card that I just love to look at that I know of. What decks do you like that have beautiful world cards? An Ace of Wands. There's a new creative inspiration. And King of Swords. Intellectual, wise, connected between the mind and the heart, the King of Swords. So this is what you still need to learn. You need to change perspective. Still going ahead. So something ended. Whatever it is, there's an ending here. It looks like it's going to cause you to both get inspired and get very intelligent. Heart intelligent, intellectually, there's this energy here in your reading. Oh yeah, because this is your gift, this posture of meditation. So that's the kind of wisdom that this King of Swords has. It's like very grounded. I think so in the past, or currently, you still have this fiery, passionate spark, like a match getting lit, but the match burns out quickly. And so it might be how you used to be comfortable working or acting. It's like very passionate. But what you're learning is to be grounded, and you're still like the King of Fire, like the King of Swords, like there's that heart. There's a heart. You're grounded in your heart, and you're able to go more slowly and therefore more wisely. Something like that. It's what you still have to learn. You do come in here with the gift of the Hermit. So what's that? What's this gift that Pisces has to bring to this? Two of Swords, a decision. It's a very powerful decision-making power ability. You can see the blindfold looks. You look only to your inner counsel. You have two minds. Each sword represents a different direction of your mind. Hermit also could be blindfolded. They do not look outside themselves. None of the cards in this deck have eyes or faces, but we should notice that there. Sometimes they have mouths and noses, but there's no eyes. The person was not good at drawing eyes, so they're like, you know what? It'll be very non-binary if we have no eyes. There's a Page of Wands, more young, inspired energy. If you watch this channel, you know that that is the card of the queer, the outsider, the one that sees society from the outside and is able to offer inspiration from there. And then we have a Knight of Wands. There's a lot of this Wands energy. So you're very artsy and creative. I think that's sort of kind of how I think of Pisces. You could be a little quick, but there's all this quick, and like wands are fire, they're faster energy, and they can sometimes move on really quickly, have trouble with commitment. So the Two of Swords is not coming into me as a decision. It's just that the Hermit, you're grounded in a knowledge of your ability to be very powerful in the dark, under the moon. You're unafraid of the dark. And then there's this Page of Wands perspective that you can bring to things. And then you're charismatic. There's something about you that people are drawn to follow. And you don't really care. You don't really care because the Hermit says you're fine just going it alone. But you're just very charismatic. And part of what it is you just have a powerful presence. And you're kind of pure of heart, like this King of Swords energy. Like the Ace of Wands is a fantastic, inspiring, charismatic. Did I say the page? I mean this ace. We get this Ace of Wands here with the king. So it says that there's some kind of change in the way that you use your fire. That is what you need to learn. But that it isn't that you give up your fire, because that's here as your gift. It's here as your magic. You're very creative, and you use your mind and you use your artistic, creative abilities. And this is a source out of which you draw strength and truth. It's what you ground yourself in. The tarot wants you to know, the Fool, you're starting a new journey. This deck I love, and it is hard to pull cards from. So it's a 10 of Pentacles. This is 3D life. A little family, a little house, a little baby here. So you're starting out on that. You've put in a lot of work. You're caring for it. You've planted. You are patiently and with discipline and steadfastness watering that and waiting for it to produce fruit. And there is ascension as a result. It's kind of, I kind of feel like the same, yay. There's that charisma, that spark, that fire, because there's so many lines here. It's like you should look at your chart and see if you have a lot of fire in your chart, or there's somebody around you that does. It says that what you don't know is that you're just about to begin, you're embarking on this Ten of Pentacles. It's something that you've actually been cultivating for a while, and it just, you're going to the next level in it. So you're either starting it or you're in it, and it's getting even more advanced. The Fool. Huh. Why is this under the Fool? There's tension in your reading, Pisces, between you and somebody else, and you have different attitudes. One of you is quite serious. And I saw this, I think, last time. There's like a earthy, serious, like almost controlling energy in your life. And they have a different goal from you. You were, and I remember this too because it was so strong. Like, you're this creative spark, and you're learning to be more grounded, but you're never going to not be this artist, this creative. You're Pisces, you're mutable, you change, you're just very electric in your energy. And then there's this other controlling force here. And they have been foolishly cultivating this really stable life with you. And I saw this before, but it's just going to get burned up. I just see there's an end to that person's power over you in some way. Then we see you in the future magician. That may or may not be the story here, but I remember from last time, it just comes right in. It's still going on here. This Emperor. Oh, excuse me. There's the Fool. Yeah, okay, I see. The Fool. They're not foolish. This is you. You're just starting out on a new journey, and you're fantastic. You're new, free, light, a little crazy. And there's Three of Swords. This is the broken heart that we are seeing here between you and this person who feels really different from you. They're not bad. They're just earthy and stable, and you appear to be full of fire, or reverse it as you see fit. So there's this is such a great image of a broken heart, right? Like your heart and your mind, represented by the swords, your mind, the water is your heart. They're at odds. In fact, your mind hurts your heart because you obsess here in betrayal. It's a broken heart. And it's a great image of what that can feel like. And let me pull one more card here. I don't know how I came up with this. There is your card again, the Moon. Right, we saw the Moon here twice. Where is it? Yeah. Seen your card, the Moon, twice. This is really about you being you. And when you're free of this pain, this obsessive pain, and I'm just interpreting the Moon as you, Pisces. But it could mean that you have that inner exploration to do. In the future, we see you, once you do that, you have all of this power to manifest. There's something here that needs to get brought to a close. The world is here twice. It feels, yeah. It's what you have to change perspective on. There's change in fortune, the wheel here. You have, again, there's a feeling of, being caught in a web. Somebody else's, there's a controlling energy around you, Pisces. Fortune's going to turn in your favor. I don't know, this isn't for everybody. It's like such a clear message. How can we read it more broadly so it's not for just somebody who's leaving somebody? There's just some situation. It could be work. There's a place in your life where you who are fantastic. You're kind of a beginner energy. There's a lot of young energy. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. Even the Knight of Wands is a very young energy. So there's like and this too, like, this feels very, is that you? Or is that the other one? Is this you? Coming towards that person? Yeah, there's two energies in your readings lately, and you're one of them. And but somewhere in your life, there's a person who's like the emperor. So the emperor tells me of bosses. It speaks to me of control. And it doesn't feel good to have it in your reading. And it's coming in with the Lovers are here twice. So it's coming in with a feeling of like, this is the person, this is your twin flame. And there's addiction here, there's codependence here, there's dishonesty here. But you've recently learned to not live like that. You recently learned to come forward with your heart. I think doing that gives you a sense of self that is beautiful. You know your watery nature. And now you have to learn something. Now there's a new lesson. So you're stuck, and you're stuck until you learn it. And this is what your goal is, to be like this guy. This grounded in the truth, sword representing your mind. Your mind is, you're grounded, you know who you are. And it shifts how you bring your passion into the world. You have a changed perspective on, or an end to a passion. Could be with this Emperor energy. Your gift is a beautiful, attractive quality. And then we see what's hidden from you is this other person is just, they have like a plan. They're watering it. And you're burning it up. There's just so much fire here. You're just burning it up. You're like this wonderful, beautiful fool. And somebody's, or both of you, feel pain ahead, but you're you. The moon is here. It's you. So that's your story, Pisces. Let me know. It doesn't have to be your story. It's just kind of been an ongoing story. So I hope this helps you if it's your story. Have a beautiful day.